Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all well wherever you are and whatever you're up to. I'm Lauren and today I'm in the shop and I'm sharing with you all of the new fabrics that have arrived in the month of June. So it's my monthly roundup of all the lovely new things that we've had. A lot of them have been listed online really recently and some of them have been super popular already. But if you watch my videos regularly, you'll know that sometimes things do sell out quite quickly. So if anything's ever out of stock when you have a look on the website, always do email us so that, because we keep a sort of record of people who've inquired about different fabrics, and as soon as it comes back into stock, we always let them know about it first. So if there's a fabric you're particularly interested in, please do let us know and we'll keep you updated when it's back again. I'm going to do a blog post that goes along with this video and I'll link to that in the description of it, and in that blog post I'll put links to all of the fabrics that I mentioned in the video, but the just arrived section is always the most up-to-date, best place to take a look at all of the new things that are arriving on a weekly basis. If you don't already, you can also tune into my weekly Instagram live videos that I do on Sunday nights at 8 PM UK time, and I usually always show any new fabrics that have come in that week as well. But these types of videos are really good for seeing the fabrics really up close, getting an idea of their texture and their drape, and I'm going to give you ideas of things that you could make with them as well. And I always film the little close-up clips in daylight, so I hope that it does give you a really good idea and impression of what the fabrics are like if you are just able to shop online. We are back open to in-store customers again on selected days and times. We're not back to our normal 6 days a week opening. We're open 4 days at the moment. But if you are making a special trip to come to the shop, do always just phone ahead to double check and make sure that we're open, because sometimes circumstances can change quite quickly. So I'm going to get straight in. There's quite a lot to show you. I'm going to start off with wovens, some designer ones, then we've got some really nice summery cottons and woven fabrics, and then I'm going to finish off with stretchy jersey stuff. And I'll put timestamps in the video as well, just marking out different fabrics. So if there was a type of fabric you wanted to jump to, you can just hover above the timeline on the video and it'll tell you what each section of the video, what fabrics I'm chatting about in that. So we've had some new Liberty lawns come in that are from the collection that is all about the Olympics. So it's very timely, all the sport that's happening right now. We've got 6 different prints from the collection, but I've pulled out my favourite one to hold up for you and show you just now. I absolutely love this. This one is called the Winning Rings. So it's like a little take on the Olympic rings, of course. And then it's got little people just sort of doing various activities, running, doing some cartwheel that looks like she's kind of diving maybe. Anyway, lots of fun little details in that one, and I just love the colour palette of it as well. I've earmarked some of this to make a Green Line Archer shirt out of this, but it would be really cute just for a simple top as well. So as I said, we've got 6 different designs from this collection, and when you look closely, there are so many lovely details in these fabrics. You can see little people doing all kinds of different activities, and I just think they're really fun, and yeah, a nice fabric when the Olympics is going to be back again. And then we've also had all of the new Atelier Brunette collections back in as well. So their new collection of fabrics, there's quite a lot in this collection. There's 3 sort of main base cloths that are in this one in particular. Most of them are viscose, but there are a couple of cotton, what do they call them? I think they call them cotton gauze, but it's not double gauze, so it's like one really fine layer of cotton, and the gauze really is referring to, you know that it's going to be a little bit of a looser weave than say compared to the Tana lawn, like the Liberty Tana lawn. So it is a nice lightweight fabric. It's just got a bit more structure than, you know, say a viscose fabric. This one's also got a very sort of rusticy feel, like it really has been block printed. All of these fabrics get made in India, so I can just really imagine it getting block printed in quite a sort of old traditional way. I'm not actually sure if it is, but I get that vibe from it. And there's 2 different colourways of that one. So they're the cotton gauze fabrics that are in the collection, and then as I said, the rest are all viscoses, but there are a couple of different types of viscose. So there's like a plain weave viscose that's got a bit more of a sort of smoother surface, so this is one of the colorways of it, but this does come in a darker colorway as well. This particular design is called Palmetto off-white viscose, and it's got these really lovely sort of wispy kind of flower heads on it and the little seeds kind of blowing in the wind. You can see that it does just drape and hang beautifully. The lighter coloured one, maybe a little bit see-through. Depending on what you're making, you might want to consider lining it with a plain viscose fabric, which we also stock. But if it's a little top or a blouse or something, I think you would be absolutely fine. So yeah, that's the plain sort of smooth viscose, plain smooth viscose. And then there is also a viscose crepe as well. It's just got a little bit more texture to it. So I've brought this one over. I'm planning on making the True Bice Ogden cami out of this one, but I want to widen the straps and add like a ruffle along the bottom. So watch out for that. I'm hopefully going to get time to do that this week or next week. But when you do look closely at the texture of this, you can see it's not as sort of smooth and flat. It's got a little bit more character to it, a little bit, yeah, just kind of more texture to it basically, but still got that beautiful sort of drape and swishiness and movement, so it's really nice. That comes in a few colorways as well, and there are various different prints in this collection. They're all beautiful. It's one of my favorite Atelier Brunette collections for a while, but if you know me, you'll know that I'm a fan of Atelier Brunette, and I probably always say that whenever a new collection comes out, but it is really nice and I'm looking forward to making a nice garment in that one. And then we've also had some other viscoses that are not sort of related to like a designer name or brand, but still very lovely, of course. This one here is interesting because it's got a slightly different name. It's a viscose, but it's called a viscose poplin. And really the weight of it is just a little bit heavier. So if I hold some up just so that you can see it, it's just got just a little bit of a heavier handle to it basically. It is 100, no, it's actually got 3% elastane in it, so it's got a very slight stretch, but of course you would still just treat it as a woven fabric. It's just got a little bit of give in it. But that would be gorgeous for jumpsuits, trousers, dresses, blouses, tops, loads of things. It's beautiful, classic lovely navy background with these really nice kind of ochre flowers on it. It's beautiful. It's a really lovely fabric. So we've got that one, and then this one, nice colourful blooms one. This is a bit more of like a lighter weight viscose compared to that poplin, and it's 100% viscose as well, so it doesn't have that stretch in it, but just a really lovely bright summery floral colour palette in that one. Also really nice, would be nice. It's, I don't think see-through either, you wouldn't need to line that, so it's good for lots of different things too. And then we've also got a really lovely summery blue and white speckled one, which I don't actually physically have some to show you right now because it's sold out so quickly, but we do have more on the way, which is why I still wanted to mention it. It's the regatta blue speckled leopard fabric and it's beautiful. I really want to make a summer dress in that. I'm actually thinking about making the dress version of the top I'm wearing just now. This is the Forget-Me-Not patterns and it is the Lola top, but it comes with a dress as well. You can have a little belt with. The dress is basically the same as the top, but it's just longer and it's got a really nice little ruffle at the back. So yeah, I'm thinking about making that once we get some more back in stock. Then we've also had this one that's just on the roll behind me here, which is also beautiful and got really lovely summery colours in it. I think this would be gorgeous as a nice wrap dress, or any dress with gathers. I just love gathered things with viscose fabrics because they just drape so beautifully. But yeah, that's a lovely one, really beautiful colours. Oops, and that one too on a nice summery light blue background. That is the Ballad Blue Wild Botanicals and it's 100% viscose too. Okay, now we're on to more summery cottons, keeping it in the woven vein for now. We've had a really lovely selection of ginghams in, which are just classic summer, aren't they? And I'm seeing some really lovely gingham style garments coming up on Instagram right now. Lots of people doing nice things with them. This is a sort of minty colourway. Let's just check what, yeah, we've called it mint. And it's a medium, sort of medium-sized gingham check. So it's not big, it's not really small, just sort of in the middle. And just loads of nice colours in that one. So I've also brought over this light blue one. This is the denim blue. But we do also have a navy and a teal and a pinky sort of rosy colour, and then like a classic kind of sky blue as well. So they're really nice. I think they'd make really lovely cute little tops and dresses or a little skirt. So yeah, lovely and summery there. And then also very summery is this Swiss dot or like adobe dot, and you can see that the little dot texture is just woven into the fabric, that sort of part of it. So we've got 4 different colourways of this one. This one is the white one, but it's not like an optic white. I would say it is more maybe kind of like an off-white. It's not like a bright, crisp white. And it is probably a little bit transparent, so depending on what you're making, you might feel like you want to line it. I would just line it with a plain cotton lawn, which we do have some of. And then we've also got it, I brought over the pink to show you. We've also got it in a really nice greeny colour and a classic navy too. The coloured ones probably aren't quite as transparent as the white. So definitely for tops and blouses, I don't think you need to line these ones. But for a dress, then yeah, you probably would do. But yeah, they're just lovely and summery. You can see that they've got a sort of crinkled, slight kind of crinkled texture to them, and that's just part of the character of the fabric. I wouldn't say you necessarily want to like really press that out. It's just a lovely textured fabric and also very, very summery. And then we've also had a selection in of plain double gauze fabrics. So we have had some other like printed double gauzes. We've got all of the Japanese Nani Iro double gauzes as well, which are just on those shelves behind me there. I've got in a range of just plain ones. They are a really lovely fabric to wear in the summer, nice and cool and breezy and good for lots of different things. Simple tops from something as sort of simple as the Tilly and the Button Stevie, to making a nice dress like the Megan Nielsen Darling ranges or the Hinterland dress. I've seen people use that with double gauze. We've also made some of the Merchant and Mills patterns with double gauze before, so there's lots of things that you can do with it, and we just got a really lovely colour range in. So this is a gorgeous sort of tealy colour. It's petrol, we've called this one. And then we've also got 4 other colourways as well. And you can see that it is a very textured double gauze. It's not a smooth, flat fabric. It does have those sort of like kind of lines and kind of wrinkles in it that are just part of the character of it. I do plan on making a video and a blog post soon on double gauze. It's top of my list because I get asked a lot about double gauze and how to sew with it. Basically just treat it like more or less like normal fabric. It does tend to fray a little bit more than other fabrics because the weave of it's quite loose. So you might want to use an overlocker if you've got that, or think about other seam finishes like French seams, for example. But it is a really lovely fabric to wear. It's very comfy and it's almost like a good pair of shoes. It sort of molds to your body the more you wear it and you wash it. That's what I've found anyway when I've made things with double gauze before. And then coming towards the end of our woven fabrics now, I've got a couple of really lovely needle cords to show you that are quite summery. This one here is Peach Melba Tulips cotton needle cord. So it's a white background and then it's got these gorgeous little kind of tulip flowers on it. It's really nice. I think a lovely little girl's dress, and that would be so cute. It's gorgeous, feels nice and soft. And then we've also got an ochre flowery needle cord as well that's got little glitter accents on it, which is also really cute. So yeah, another lovely needle cord there. It feels very soft. I just love those little glitter accents. They catch the light really nicely. And then we've also got a couple of check fabrics that would be really lovely for shirts or a sundress or a shirt dress. So 2 different colourways, and you can see the size of the check is, I wouldn't say it's like a large scale check, but it's a bit more than like a medium check. It's more than the ginghams, for example. Really nice colour palette in that. I would say it's sort of between a medium and a lightweight fabric. It does have a fairly loose weave, so you can see it's like kind of fraying a little bit there. And it does have a bit of drape, but it's not, you know, it is cotton, so it's not got drape like a viscose. Yeah, it is 100% cotton. So this is the kind of darker colourway, and then we've also got it in a lighter stone washed colourway as well. That's the colourway we've called this one, so it's just a little bit paler. But yeah, I think that's just a really nice, lovely summery fabric as well. If I didn't already have loads of Grain Line Archer shirts, I would probably want to make one in this, but I just seem to want to make loads of things out of that pattern because I just love wearing it so much, but there are lots of other things you could do with it too. Okay, so on to stretchy fabric now, and we've had a range of 5 different colours in this one. This one is called the Dusky Blue Ditzy Leopard Print. So we've got the same Ditzy leopard print but in lots of different colours, 5 different colours. So this is the blue one. This is a classic cotton t-shirt weight jersey, so it's fairly lightweight. going to be good for all of your t-shirt patterns, classic t-shirt patterns that are out there. There's Tilly and the Buttons ones, there's the Lark, there's the Rio, all of those ones. Any sort of t-shirt is going to be good for that. And yeah, 5 really lovely colourways in that one. And then we've also had a really nice spotty one too that's been pretty popular. Just a lovely colour palette in this one. I think that's why it's been such a popular fabric. All the spots are sort of different sizes as well, so it's just a little bit different for a spotty fabric. Again, this is a cotton one, 95% cotton and 5% elastane, so it is like a sort of lighter t-shirt weight one. But it's just really nice and summery, and it feels very soft as well. It's gorgeous, it's a really nice one. And then we've also had some stripes. I'll show you them next. 3 different colourways of this glittery one, which is really fun. We've called it Retro Stripe, I think. Let me just check, yeah. Retro Stripe cotton jersey. So they've all got a glitter stripe in them, which is just a bit fun. So this is the orange and navy one, and then we've got some lighter colourways of it as well. So again, it's a classic lightweight t-shirt of style of fabric. So again, good for all of your classic t-shirt patterns. I think this is probably my favourite, but I do tend to be more drawn to pinky stuff. And then this one is a little bit more minty, fresh, orange and a kind of minty colour with a silver stripe in it. So yeah, just something a little bit different if you like stripes. And then we've also had a new colourway of a stripy fabric that we've had for a while, but we've not had this colourway of it before. And it's just really summery, that's why I wanted to get it. So it's a light pink, and then it's got a red and white stripe in it as well. And again, it's cotton and it's a lighter, you know, it's a t-shirt weight fabric, so good for t-shirts again. So yeah, we do, and that does come in various other colourways too if you like that type of stripe, but I just wanted to highlight that as a new one. And then on to more printed jerseys. 3 really lovely colourways of this modal jersey. So the difference with modal jersey versus cotton jersey is it's got a lot more drape. So modal jersey, viscose jersey, tencel jersey, all of them are much more sort of swishy, and they're just a lot more floppy. So they tend to be really good for things like wrap dresses, or you can make jumpsuits out of them. Really good for t-shirts, again, really nice and comfy, really stretchy. Or garments that have just got a bit more fullness in them. Classic example is the Closet Core Ebony, because it's got that really exaggerated A-line shape, so it just sort of drapes and kind of swishes around a lot more. So yeah, 3 really lovely colours of this one. It feels so soft as well. Modal jersey is very, very, very soft, and I just loved all of the different colours in this range, so I just had to get a little bit of all of them. But yeah, they're just really nice ones for nice flowery summery garments. And then the last jersey ones that I've got to show you are all a bit more novelty and sort of child orientated. I have to admit, there's a couple that I got when Sophia was in half term. She might have influenced one of our supplier meetings that we had, that me and Helen were having, and we do have some unicorn fabrics, which I wouldn't say are entirely typical of the G&G brand, but they are very fun, and I just think it's cute that she's quite interested in choosing fabrics, and then it was nice for her to come and see them delivered as well. So we've got this one, which is a white background, and then it's just got really loads of fun stuff on it, like unicorns and ice creams and ice lollies and a pear and some lips and donuts and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit silly, but it's really fun. And I made a really nice pyjama set for Sophie out of this one. I just used some of the brindle and twig patterns that I've used over and over again to make kids' clothes. They're really good for jersey stuff. So yeah, there's that one. And then for those of you that don't know, Sophie is my 5-year-old daughter, hence the unicorns. And then there's this one, which is very pink and also very unicorny, and yeah, just very colourful and fun as well. So both of them are t-shirt weight cotton jerseys. So yeah, good for t-shirts and kids' leggings and tops and that kind of thing. and kids dresses as well. And then we've got a couple of more cute ones, so good for maybe like younger kids or little babies. They're really sweet. So there's that greeny colourway and then a pinky colourway as well, with just lots of sweet little animals on them. So there's a bear and a squirrel and a little deer, and maybe a fox, a rabbit. They're both just cotton t-shirt weight jerseys as well, so nice and soft and lightweight, and yet good for little kiddie baby things, and they're really cute. And then the last couple that I've got I'll show you this one next. This one is one of my favourites as well, and I am making a poppy and jazz maple cardigan for my baby boy Solly. He's 20 months old, out of this one. It's like a lightweight sweatshirting really, so it's got a really lovely cosy fleecy back, so obviously just a little bit heavier in weight than the cotton jersey ones. And I just think it's so cute, like the little dinosaur holding the flower in his mouth is just the sweetest. So it is more like a jumper kind of fabric, but because it's summer and sometimes it does get quite hot, I thought you might get more use out of a cardigan, because then if it is a bit hot, he could keep it on, but just open it up a little bit to be like a sort of, almost like a summery kind of jackety jumper cardigan thing. But yeah, whenever he sees dinosaurs, he says rah, and it's really cute. So I couldn't resist getting a bit of that for him. And then we've also had this one, which is a sort of space themed one. So on like a grey background, it's a t-shirt weight cotton jersey as well, and then just really nice colourful planets and constellations and rockets and that sort of thing. So yeah, just another fun novelty type one. And then another super cute one is this giraffe one here. So it's on a kind of marled background, like you can see it's got these flecks of grey in the background, and then these really little fun giraffes on it too. So again, another cotton sort of t-shirt weight, like a lightweight cotton jersey fabric. So just, yeah, good for t-shirts and kids clothes and baby clothes and that sort of thing. So I hope you have enjoyed my whistle stop tour of all the new fabrics that we've had in this month. Remember, if you check out the blog post that goes with this video, you'll see all of them linked in there. So if there's a specific fabric that you want to find online, it's probably easiest to visit the blog post and find it then, because I'll put them in sections in the order that I talked about them in this video too. If you've got any questions at all, then please feel free to leave a comment and I shall try and get back to you. You can always call or email the shop as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then just remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!